Alright folks, for today's little lesson about train safety, we're going to teach you a little bit about grade crossings. By definition, these grade crossings are railroad crossings that are conveniently placed whenever you have train tracks that run across a highway, or in this case a local roadway like Turner Road. Usually there's two of them. One for anybody who's, say, coming from the Wallingford Presbyterian Church through here, and another usually reserved for traffic as they come out of Baltimore Pike and make their way up through here. You've got your standard typical crossbuck, is what they're called. You have your flashing lights. You've got this beautifully looking red and white arm that whenever a train comes, it will fold down and come across and block traffic. Now sometimes, whenever you see one of these signs, they're usually an indicator of how there can be more than one track, in this case too. And sometimes, if there's ever an issue with a grade crossing or an emergency like somebody's stuck on the tracks, there's usually a phone number they provide along with the identification number of the grade crossing. Now the grade crossing safety is simple. This is the only legal spot where you are allowed to cross the train tracks. Like I've said time and time again, if you cross any place else except under the watchful eye of one of these babies, you would be considered a trespasser. When the gates do come down, you never try to drive around them. That's stupid and dangerous. Because I still say what they really ought to do is they ought to place another grade crossing here and here, so that way nobody would even be tempted to cross the tracks. And because we're here at a grade crossing where you've got more than one track, you should always assume there's another train coming, even when the first one leaves. And remember, if your vehicle ever gets stuck on the train tracks and there's a train coming, forget about it. Get out. It is just not worth it to put your life in danger to save your car. And of course, another thing that would also be helpful too, if you just simply slow down and look both ways before you cross the tracks.